Hi my friends, and welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I know it's been crazy. It's always crazy when Thomas has appointments with the specialists down south. And yeah, anyway, today we are going to be playing with the new Sigma Enchanted palette. Look at that packaging. Isn't that beautiful? I have never tried a Sigma product before, but yeah, this one caught my eye, so I had to get it. Let me take the little insert out and show you. This is what it looks like, and it comes with a Sigma brush. This is so pretty. I'm so excited. I can't hardly even think about touching it. The only thing I don't like is this white, as you can see. I mean, I haven't even touched this palette yet, and it's a little filthy. Anyway, I also dug out all my Sigma brushes. Actually, these two I got with this one I bought to go with that one, because this was all I had for Sigma brushes, and I think this was called like their basic eye brush kit or whatever. But anyway, without further ado, and without making this too long, let's get into the tutorial. For those of you that are new here, I do have a special needs child. You'll hear him in the background clapping his hands and making noise. He's jealous of anyone or anything that takes my time from him. Alright, so I'm going to start out with my E40, and I'm going to start out with this quartz color here. And I'm just going to put this all over my ABH primer that I have on. This is mainly just like to help these shadows blend. So yeah, that's where we're at with this shade here. I've had such a crazy week, you guys. I thought I broke my finger, but I'm still not really sure. But it is just so bruised and swollen. Oh my god. Now I'm going to take my E35 and dip into some of this innocent shade right here. I had the same problem with this palette that I had with the Jackie Aina palette. I saw so many things I wanted to do with it that I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it, if that makes any sense at all. But we're winging it. I'm going to see how these shadows look on the eye, and I'm going to go from there on where I go with each next step, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I dipped in about twice to get that to the pigmentation that I was wanting. Now I'm going to take the E38 that came in the actual set, and I'm going to dip into this loam shade right here. Actually, let's go in with Terra. I want to see what this looks like, and I'm just going to pick up a tiny bit, and I'm going to focus that out here. I always have this weird thing when I'm using a dual-ended brush. It tries to make me want to grab it up here, and I have to remind myself to stay back here so that we don't get too harsh on our eye looks. Dab a little bit more on there. I just barely tapped in. Okay, so I think those two colors blended into each other so nicely. First impression so far is actually pretty good. Now I'm going to try this new E42 that I ordered, and I'm going to dip it into Evergreen, because you guys know I can't not use this color. It isn't going to happen. And I, holy cow, barely dipped in there. So let's start blending her out. I'm just gonna keep her out here for right now till I see how she blends with those other shades, and then maybe I'll go in with a little more of it in the crease. Or maybe I'll just leave it out here. I'm kind of liking how that looks out there. Okay, now I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue and put a drop glitter primer, glitter glue, whatever you want to call it, to drop on my hand. And I think I'm going to try this end, even though it's kind of fluffy. I just want to see how it does, because you guys know I've got to seal down them glitters. Now I got to try out this Metamorphosis. I'm going to pick that up on that side that I put that glitter primer on. And I'm going to start working that front to back. Just like so. That's a really, really subtle shade. But I like it. It's got just enough of that pop to actually have kind of a wet look. Oh, I'm really feeling that shade. Do you guys see that? That is so pretty. Now I'm going to flip that same brush over and dip into some Cosmo. That first shade was definitely, I think, more of a topper shade. But for today, it's gonna go like this for sure, because I already did it, and I don't really, you know what, actually, I might hold that thought. So I just cleaned off that brush, and I'm gonna dip into this budding shade right here. It's like a light champagne pink, and I'm gonna kind of stamp that like along where that, oh yes, oh yes, look at how wet that looks. I'm really feeling this palette, guys. Now I'm gonna take my finger and dip into that Metamorphosis shade, and I'm gonna stamp this right in the center here, just to try to add a little more dimension to this look, just like that. Oh, I'm in love. Now I'm gonna go back with that very first brush we used, that E40, and I am just gonna make sure we are not looking harsh anywhere, and we don't have any loose shimmer going on. Now I'm going to go back with that E42 and just 2 little taps in there. Ooh, maybe 1 little tap would have done it. Just because I don't want to lose this smoky green we have on this outer V area. Then I'm going to buff over it with that brush we used, the brush that comes with the palette, just so that it's not harsh, because I did go in a little heavier than what I should have. So I'm going to take the Sigma E70 and I'm going to dip into some of that quartz shade we used and do all the way up to this brow bone, because I'm not sure if I'm going to leave this matte or if I'm going to add a little highlight to it, but we'll figure it out when we get to the end of the look. So let me put a little bit of eyeliner on, do my face, and come back and we'll work on the lower lash line. Alright, so I am back and ready to tackle this lower lash line. For those of you who do want to know, I will put the products I used today in the description box, so you know. The only thing I was really disappointed with this collection before we start on that lower lash line is when I placed my order, they're like, oh, you're getting a free lipstick. Well, the free lipstick I got is called Top That. this is what it looks like. I mean, if brands want to get rid of their junk colors that nobody buys, just donate them to charity, or yeah, put them on clearance, anything, but don't send them as a free gift, because really, how many people, I mean, I'm sure there's that person out there that loves Barbie pink lips, but I mean, how many people can there possibly be that wears that pink of it? And believe me, on lips, it looks insane. This is November from ColourPop. And maybe, I think it's, hold that thought. Yeah, this is Jeffree Star's new lipstick in Fully Nude. I had to get my magnifying glass. But this November and this Fully Nude, this is just about as pink as I plan on going. And I mean, if you put it in contrast up against this, I mean, no. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there in case you do order this palette and they are going to send you a free lipstick. Keep in mind that it may not be exactly what you had planned for. Anyway, let's do this lower lash line. Alright, so I'm going to take my E65 angled brush from Sigma and dip into that really dark forest green, that evergreen color. And I'm going to start stamping that on the outer third of this lash look, just so we can, oh, that went more like almost half, but who's counting? Now I'm going to take my E30 pencil brush into that Terra shade that we also used, and I'm going to put that in the first half of this look and start to smoke out a little bit of that green shade with this. Now I'm going to use this E55 into that very, well, it was the second, that innocent shade. And I'm going to buff along all of this, really smoking it out, because I'm feeling that look today. And I'm having fun playing with all these shades in the palette, so why stop there? Maybe I'll add a little shimmer down here. So I'm going to take my E05 eyeliner brush, and I think I'm going to let's go into that budding shade. And I'm going to spray this because I really don't want a bunch of fallout. And I'm going to stamp that just where there's no green. And I'm going to slightly fade it into the green, but not go all the way across where that darker green is. Go back with that smudger brush and just smudge along those edges so there's no harsh line. And yeah, I'm really liking that. Okay, so I cleaned off that E30 pencil brush from Sigma, and I'm going to dip into the same highlighter I have on my face. It's Stargazer from Melt, because it has kind of a pinky hue to it. And I'm going to use that in my inner corners. And I think I may leave my brow bone actually matte today. I know, such a surprise, isn't it? Alright, now for my waterline. You know what? I think I might go with this 420 by Melt. I want to see. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna go for that. So let me go pick out a lash, brush my bangs down, take my hair out of a bun, and I'll be back with some final thoughts. Alright guys, so I went in with my Instagram lashes that I got in my BoxyCharm. I love these lashes. I definitely am going to have to try some more styles from this brand. But anyway, that's another story. And my Big Ego mascara. So this is the final look. I am really feeling myself today. I feel beautiful. Yeah, I couldn't be happier with my purchase of this palette. My first impression on Sigma products, eye products that is very, very pleasant. Considering my first ever experience with Sigma was ordering the brush set that I have, and yeah, I'll save that story for another time too, because it turned me off to Sigma, but I saw this palette and I was like, I've given ColourPop MBH another chance. I'm going to do the same with Sigma, and I'm certainly glad I did, because I absolutely love this palette. Anyway, this palette does retail for $49. I paid $15 for my tiny little E42 Precision blender, but I used, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Shay XO here on YouTube. I love her. She's so cute and so sweet. But I used her discount code, and yeah, it's just Shay XO. But it saved me $6.40. So my $64 order went to $57.60. And yeah, there's no shame in using influencers' codes, just so you know. I appreciate the codes. I know how much time and effort goes into making a YouTube video. And if I like a creator and I appreciate their content, I don't have a problem using codes from them, because, hey, it's win-win to me. So, yeah, if you want to use her code, or if you have another YouTuber that you watch that has a code, use those codes, because, I mean, come on. Who doesn't like saving money? Anyway, this is an amazing palette so far. I enjoyed the look I created with this palette. I intend to create a lot more looks. If you want to see more looks, let me know down in the description box. I'll be happy to do that. My Jackie Aina palette, I did 3 looks with that, and it didn't get very many views. So I may just start doing a get ready with me type deal where I use these palettes, so that yeah, maybe people will enjoy them more, because I don't want to overdo it if people aren't enjoying what they're watching. Anyway, that being said, I hope you have a wonderful night or day wherever you are. I missed you guys so much. I wish you'd comment down in the comments so we can get to know each other, and yeah, have some fun here, because that's why I started this channel. And anyway, we hope you have a very, very blessed one. We certainly are going to enjoy this weekend, and we will see you on the next Teresa Tries Tutorials. Bye, guys.